with Candy. It's Love Jones. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, Refugee Camp presents
For all relationships, for regrets, for disagreements, for breaking up and making up, for all those out there jonesing for love, it's Love Jones right here, right now on Global 99.5.
Welcome to another edition of Oh, sorry, man.
And we'll start with some Holy Ghost praise. Good morning, good morning. Good vibes, sensational good things in the building is what we will begin with. Welcome to another edition of Love Jones right here on Global 99.5, as well as, of course, you can find it on Global's page. We're live on Facebook. So a special good morning to our viewers. We will post it on YouTube a little bit later on in the day, as well as Love Jones's Cruise page as well. You may WhatsApp a text at 431-8497. Email us at both verycoolcandy@yahoo and lovejonescrew@gmail. You may call in live in studios at 326-PAT 0272 or 1. Yes, is this line? It's a Wow Wednesday for more than one reason.
Yeah, let me stop you right there in the middle of this.
Listen, you all on chocolate because
I like Mike Wiz.
What happened? What happened to
like
Mike? Why? What happened? You on Twix follow?
For Mike start with these new bands and then tell Mike to bring me couple. Mike didn't bring one yet.
Why are we off topic?
Could we save the solicitous conversation for?
No, I want everyone to hear.
You know what? Now that we're talking about it and the relationship that we have, seeing that you bringing out your piece, I ain't seen your black behind in more than a week.
You need to go back on the topic.
You want to go back to topic now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought so.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even behave in front of company, man.
Yeah, Jesus.
I have called him. The line is somewhat busy. Apparently, D has left some calls happening inside the studio before he arrived.
Definitely. You were saying?
You know how Wednesdays go. We got to get over the hump. But in order for us to help you with your relationships, we have to sort out our own.
Correct.
So now that we've done that,
Amen. Somebody.
Welcome to the Twix Brothers, Magic Mike, as well as Brother D. Good morning to you guys. Welcome back, D.
Yes,
the fabulous Erin Brown, Goddess, is in the building. And of course, Candy sitting in. Now, yesterday, sorry. Hey, Solid, how you doing? I'm sorry, Solid.
So I was like, hold on, wait. What's happening?
I don't get any love. Sorry, Solid. Good morning to you as well. Okay, here's the situation. Yesterday, and it caused quite the ruckus via WhatsApp. Facebook was a buzz. It was quite a bit going on. We talked about a video with Cry Speaks. You caused that because you tagged me in.
No, I said that.
And what we were talking about is her basic situation was, and here's the tag, know your place in a man's life before you start acting like that man's wife. Your mouth itching, hold on. Now, her thing was, she started to go into certain examples, and she says, you're giving him your A sex game, not B, not C. You're going for the A right out the gate.
Yeah,
All your mother recipes.
All your mother recipes and the little tricks your girlfriends used to talk to you about and tell you about. The things that you stored up from college. You go on and pull all the rabbits, the doves, everything on the
Like
hat the one
like.
time.
The girl,
Right?
the girl say, say Anna Ho was dying to come out,
Right.
and she
And she was released, right? So you do that, and then you're gone. You're pulling out Grammy them Johnny bread with the homemade preservatives and the jam.
Yeah.
You're feeding it to him while he laying up with the last pair of your socks
So woman like
in
that,
the bed.
woman like that
With the air
exists?
they here. Hi. Good morning. My name's Candy. How you doing?
I didn't know
Okay.
woman like that still exists.
You got the AC up. You got the AC up to. You ain't got it on 3 with the low murmur. You got it up on turbo.
He's a grown man.
Because he's a grown man. He need that air to fluctuate everywhere.
Wait, some angry.
Right?
They so angry.
It's all frustrated.
I just showing you what you just be getting.
Yeah.
Right? When she give you Kool-Aid, so you can feel sophisticated, she put a wedge of lime in it.
You get that.
and it's slushy.
It's slushy
Not the
and little tart.
The Arnold Palmer Kool-Aid.
I show it. See, you've been here
Oh,
before.
you know.
You've been here before.
Oh, my
You've been here
goodness.
before. Cutting the edges off your sandwich.
No,
You know, these kinds of things. Yeah.
Oh,
You want
need
them?
that crust?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
no, but she'd want you to feel like you was at a tea
No,
party.
This is gourmet.
This gourmet.
cooking.
Yes, not
But-
gourmet. Gourmet.
Oh,
Different.
sorry,
Different.
sorry.
Get it right.
All right.
So all of this
Level
is
up,
what you're
please,
doing.
Level up.
My boy.
Please. All right. So she greasing your hair.
Get it right, boo boo.
Okay. Oh snap! So she greasing your hair. And
Uh-huh.
for you, she be retwisting your dreads,
Oh
and
my
for you, she got your sideburns on fleek. So this is what's happening,
Yeah.
and then you put her to the side, and you marry Shaquika
Bye, Felicia.
off the corner. And then she trying to figure out why is this? Is it because I presented my A game? Should I have held back? Should I have waited? Should I have only given him the fluffs and the accoutrement of what a wife and a husband should get?
She wasn't talking like this
No. Well, you know me as pull out. See, this is some of the tricks now that you have to say for
All our
husband.
words.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, what are we saying? I asked you guys to do some homework. So, in accordance to that, we were saying, what is it then? Should you save wife?
Right.
But how do you give enough where you are considered to be husband and wife material? Is there a happy balance? What's the portfolio of a girlfriend? Is it different from a wife other than the title itself? How does it change?
I don't
I
think
just
it's
gonna push
different.
that on the table.
They ain't different.
We can let
It's not
Aaron go
different.
first.
Yeah, let him go first.
Let me-
Let me see if this
Yeah, let me hear about that.
Already?
So what say you? Is there too much? So much? Is there some stuff we should say?
Too much.
Okay, what's
That's
that?
definitely too much, and I feel when it becomes too much, we set the expectation so high till it's out of your husband's reach and it's out of you as a wife reach or a boyfriend girlfriend reach, because you're giving them all of this and they most of the time they don't even know what to do with it. They love it, they enjoy it. They're not going to tell you stop.
Right.
Because I'm sure it's reminiscent of this how my Grammy used to treat me, or this how people who I love have done this stuff for me, and so this is definitely love. But what happens most of the time is they become very lazy because it's not reciprocal. It's more of I'm just spilling everything to you, and some don't know how to handle that or how to take it. They tend to look at it as this is how it should be, or this is how a woman should treat a good man, or this is how women are this is the representation of a good woman. We start to put labels on it that if she doesn't cook for me every day, or if she doesn't do this, if she doesn't do that, then why would I think about marrying her? And so we as women put pressure on ourselves because we know there's a lot of fish in the sea. And we generally, if we find you attractive or see the potential in you, we want to show you that I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I've made up my mind to be with you. Now, where the problem comes in that is your mind and makeup. That is mine may not be.
Bing. And that's it. That's for me.
Hold on, puppy breaks.
What happened?
So I hear what Aaron's saying, right?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is this: women expect a man, a boyfriend, to play the role of a husband.
Okay.
They
By doing
expect
what?
Everything.
So if you're buying the grocery, I should cook, right?
Hold on, hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
They expect a man to play daddy to the
Do you know what
you
you're
doing?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a
No,
minute.
I was gonna say something.
Draw that line, D, because you're going on
Church.
churring now.
No,
Draw that line.
that's the truth. To play father to their children,
Okay.
to pay rent,
Okay.
to pay bills,
Uh-huh.
to buy grocery.
Uh-huh.
So if he home and she wake up in a dream and believe someone breaking in the house,
This boyfriend
he
girlfriend
needs,
status?
yeah, he
That's-
need to
that
come
rent-
there.
that rent thing, though.
No. I'm saying
Yeah,
this is what women expect.
boyfriend, girlfriend
You love 'em,
expectation.
right? You
Living
want-
together or not living together?
It don't matter.
Obviously, you're living if you're paying rent.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
'Cause if you're
no.
not living together,
No.
Oh, well, that's another story.
that's another. That's why I asked it. That's why I asked.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just talking based on the expectation of the average woman today.
But I'm saying,
Oh,
Whether
for
I live with you
living
or not.
Okay.
She still expect you. If you don't live there, she expect you to help her with her rent.
The only thing that I would say to that
Ah.
is that I think to me that is a bit of the problem right there. The whole point of playing.
But that's what
Hold Hold on. That's for me what it is. A lot of people are playing the roles,
Yes.
but not actually living, believing, breathing, eating, and doing what you're supposed to do. Don't play a role for me. If you don't feel a connection with my children, then don't.
No, but hear what I'm saying.
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just trying to make it clear for every other brother that's out there.
Right.
And that's the way they see it. I know that you're putting it out there so people understand, but that role playing is what a lot of people are doing. They're role playing. They don't actually believe that. They're doing it to get just so far in the relationship so that they can get back what it is that they want.
Yeah.
Don't play the role.
And that's what I'm saying based on what Erin said.
Right.
You know, she is talking about the roles that women play and how they do this, that, and
Yeah.
the third. But women would expect a man to do these things and then say, oh, well, if you are not willing to be there for my kids, if you ain't willing to be a father to them. But, sweet girl, my children, this way. That's your child. Yeah, that's your child. Now, I told a lady before, I'm like, your child ain't my responsibility. Don't get it twisted. That your child have nothing to do with me.
Ouch.
Hold on. I said now.
Ouch.
Yeah. I said now, based on the fact that I care about you and I'm trying to pursue something with you, if your child needs something, I'm not gonna sit there and see your child needing something and ignore that. I would say, well, hey, babes, what's going on with
because you caring.
Right. If you say, well, you just come from the clinic, you had to carry the baby to the clinic. I say, what happened? Oh, well, he had an asthma attack or she had an allergy reaction or whatever the case is. I'm like, okay, well, everything all right? Like, what the doctor say? Well, this, that, and I have to get this medication. Do you have the money to get the medication? Well, not right now because, okay, how much is the bring me the
that would be the flow of the conversation.
Right.
But is
Don't
that
come to me-
conversation necessary at the beginning of the relationship?
brother.
I don't feel so.
For me, I'm different, and Candy knows it. You know it.
No,
Erin just
because
reached.
we talk
So
about
Erin,
expectations. You see what I'm saying?
Erin-
I think for me,
behind.
to
Yeah,
me,
agree.
I think that's the issue. I get what you're saying, but I think if we had these conversations a little bit earlier than later, we would definitely bypass a lot of the issues that we have.
Right.
Because see me, if I see D, right, and I'm into dreads and I into the Chocolate Brothers,
Yeah, speak on
right, and the boss moves me. And the bus moves me, and we don't talk about that. And we don't have that initial conversation. We talk about other passions that we have. We talk about education, hopes, dreams, all of those things, but we do not have the conversation, not necessarily purposefully so, but we don't have the conversation as to
Family
what the
dynamic.
expectation is for the dynamics of family, what role my ex-husband has or his kid's mom or whatever those things are. We don't have that conversation. And something does happen. And then he says what he said just now. It's like, oh. Well,
I ain't that.
Yeah, and I was really digging on you until you said
I was
that.
like,
I'm saying, but if I know that beforehand, then I
it's a
can make a
conversation.
conscious decision if this is still a man that I want to pursue because he's made what his points are and his feelings absolutely clear to me. And from here on in, it's my choice on whether I will go forward with him. And then when I say to him, okay, well, that's not what I see. Here's what I expect for you.
Because if he
When we go to the food store,
he says
I
something-
expect you to get so and so and so. And he says, okay, that's not what I'm signing up for. Then we already know that it's best for us to be either friends or that we
Or
both have to
nothing.
bend in one way or the
Right,
other
right.
or go our separate ways.
See, the thing is,
Communication.
no, the thing is, and I sorry to cut you off, Mike.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with what Candy says. If you say to me, well, babes, look, when we start talking, you say, okay, when I go to the food store, I would expect because I'm a single mother, I would expect that you would help me out a bit.
Right.
I'd be like, okay.
Eating out of her kitchen, I would hope
I
y'all
don't,
ain't
even
have
if
to-
I'm on even the kitchen,
Okay, so
it'll be like, okay. And realistically, I'll be like, all right, well, what do you usually spend on grocery? Because from personally, and like Candy, Mike, and everyone who listens regularly, they know my mindset. My trend of thought is always based on if I see that you're trying to help yourself,
Right.
I can push, I can help you, I can try to fill in the gaps where I can. But if I see you sitting back,
Waiting.
right, it's like, I'm like, oh,
get any money today?
all right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But-
yeah, I got some money.
But the main thing that Erin said that I'm in agreement with is this. The problem is in our relationships, we make up our mind. She didn't say, okay, here's a man, this is my big fish.
Yeah.
This is my whopper. And I doing what I could do to catch him. I
Right.
cooking, I cleaning,
prove my worth
to
to
prove my
him.
worth to
I
him
don't
so that he
know.
could marry me. No, it's not that. It's the fact that
And he's
if
not
he has
playing.
not made the decision that you're his whopper, you're his big fish, then you putting down bait for a man that ain't picking it up.
Yeah, suppose Aaron makes that decision 3 months into the relationship.
Right.
You better voice that to him to find out if y'all in the same wavelength. If not, then what you putting down, because he ain't trying to be what you want him to be.
No, he may see the potential.
But a
there.
lot of women will walk away from that blaming the man.
Yeah.
At the
Correct.
end of the day, a woman will walk away from that and blame a man and say,
His
guess
fault.
what? He didn't treat me right.
He didn't see my
He didn't
work.
see my worth. He saw someone else's worth. He married her after X amount of time, when clearly that's not really his fault, because he did not see the qualities of a wife in you, or
She
someone
needed
of
you.
a long-term partner. And that's fine. He may have just seen you as the temporary plaything, but in your mind, you didn't see the white picket fence, you didn't see the Camry with the 4 doors for the 2 children to get in the back, and enough for a baby seat in the middle. Right?
We talk
But
about
that's not what he sees. And sometimes men make the mistake. They see
They don't
themselves as
acknowledge
your
that.
hero.
Right.
I can be her husband, and she looking at you like, you don't need a finance man. No. So you need to make sure that everybody is clear on what role they are taking up. If you're playing a role, or if you're real about this thing,
No, but-
to see
but
where
I
we
wanna
both
add
go
to
in.
what you said.
based on the what's the woman name?
The cry speaks.
Right, Cry
Yeah.
Speaks. I feel as though everything that you are willing, or everything that you should do as a husband,
Uh-huh.
you should be willing to do as a boyfriend if
If
that relationship shows the potential of marriage.
Okay, so go back to what you said about not putting in for whatever. As a husband, when you take her on, don't you take on her children? And she take yours on? I asking you a question. I listening.
said yes.
Yeah, because
I-
here's the
I
thing though.
also said-
Hold on.
When you started and you said, okay,
They're
you're
not
having that
comfortable.
conversation. You say you're having that conversation,
Uh-huh.
and you said when you said that I trying to pursue a relationship with
right,
you,
I interested in you, not your children.
that could throw a woman off right there.
You can show her what she wants.
A
At the end of
decent
the day-
woman. Let me say that. A decent woman. No, because some women
No,
will
some
accept.
will
They will
say,
accept the
"Okay,
severance.
but he-
Listen to what I'm saying. No. I never say I for your kid.
Not you, but I'm saying some
I know.
men will.
But let me clear that.
You know,
I'm not saying- I'm not saying I'm not for your kids. What I'm saying is this: do not throw the responsibility of your kids on me.
Right.
Let's get to know each other.
Uh-huh.
Let's figure that out.
Right.
Because when I meet you, you don't think but a weekend I can talk. But let's go. Bring my children home.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
but
in
when
agreement
I
with that.
initially spoke, though, I spoke from a single woman and a single man.
Right.
I didn't initially speak about kids, because
Mhm.
kids is another sensitive
Yeah.
thing that you go into. But I would be more specific to say that the scenario that I gave is for 2 persons living together, not one person living here and the other person living there. That expectation
That's
when it comes to
completely
I'm living here and you living there, we're living in 2 different households. How you interact in that dynamic is definitely telling. If you actually doing all of that and he's not putting into your household to eat or to gas in the car, I mean, those are clear red flags that this dude is just enjoying the ride. Even though in your mind you might be thinking,
But-
wow,
but-
you know, I'm enjoying all this company that we're spending. So in all this love thing that we go in and this expectation of saying, I'm really digging this guy or I'm really digging this girl, we miss a lot of the red flags.
Mhm.
And being your authentic self, you will do a lot of things and you will say a lot of things to the person that in your mind is the one. Because you could meet somebody this month, marry them, and y'all be married for years
Mhm.
and have wonderful kids and wonderful business and growth and all that.
Mhm.
And you could meet somebody in a month
Like that.
and it just
Yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
get what
work,
you're saying.
boo. But you have to be prepared to have that honest conversation with yourself that am I giving too much? You have to draw a line in
I
your
don't-
head.
But I don't like I said, based on the question, I don't think that there is such a
A
thing.
thing is given too much.
No, I don't. I honestly don't.
I think for me, I can agree with that if it's being reciprocated.
Yeah.
Equally
Yeah.
reciprocated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it for me. I don't believe that you give too much. If you're getting, you don't even notice how much you're giving.
No.
When
Right.
score becomes into play is when it's off balance. And then you start taking score like,
No,
hold on.
Well, giving too much, it's giving too much when you're feeling it's a detriment to you by giving. when you're giving and your tank's so empty, you scraping the bottom of the tank just to give all
They
because of
overflow
the
it.
expectation that I've been doing this for so long and I really want you to know I love you. I don't have no more to give. Could you please just
All my
me.
life, I had to fight.
all my life?
All of my life.
Lord, Celie.
But I don't want people to get it twisted because I agree it does happen for women, but I've
men,
seen
yeah.
many men.
Yes.
Men are in
yes.
situations
But
where they
I was
pour,
going
they
to say
pour,
that.
they pour,
You see
they
a lot-
pour.
and it's happening quite a
It
bit
does,
now.
but here's the thing: a lot of
especially.
men have
We're hurting.
not. It would be received if they verbalize it.
Right.
I think women are more vocal about being used and abused in those kinds of ways. I don't think
Men-
men,
no, I
because
think-
men
I
are
think
vocal.
because
But
we're
that doesn't mean
expected-
it hasn't been happening.
Because we're expected to
Yeah, take it
take it
down.
on.
Right.
Yeah.
That's our,
You know,
that's
and make
our
us seem as
portfolio,
weak.
Yeah.
so to speak.
Boom. It makes you feel what?
Make
Weak.
us seem as
You
though
get
we're weak.
seen.
If we-
Yeah.
if we-
And
If you
you have
complain.
that inner conversation. I feel women have an outer conversation, and men say to themselves,
Internally.
"This girl doing this," and they speak to themselves. They don't
Oh,
necessarily
I do that.
say.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily
I
say
answer
to the.
sometimes. Be like,
They don't
Mike,
necessarily say to the woman, "I have a problem with this." They say to themselves, "Oh wait, check this gal doing this, so I can do this," and don't say nothing
That's
to the woman.
probably- that's
and
probably the
your
reason why-
actions change.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason why I special, because buddy, I can tell you, I can.
Well, you're a rarity, and hence
I
why
can-
you're here.
Yeah, I can.
Because we can have the
I can tell you.
conversation
Right.
in order to engage other men to have this type of conversation,
But
because
Dee-
that's where it stems from. We got to communicate.
Admittedly so, you had to go through some things to
True.
get to the place
That's
where
the
you
thing.
are in
Yeah.
order to be as vocal as you are.
Yeah.
You had to go through some things in order to lead you to that place.
Yes,
Right.
Lord.
And that's
you
what
had
I'm
to
saying.
choose to
You
still
weren't
be
always
vocal.
that way. Right.
I
You
just-
had to
I just
go
became a
through some things in order to
monster
you get
afterwards.
hurt. You go through that growth, you gain the wisdom, and then you become more vocal.
Yeah.
A lot
yeah.
of people have to go through those things in order to get to the next step.
If
of
they,
their
and that's,
growth.
and realistically, that's only if they want to
Yeah,
better
you have
themselves.
to want to. True.
Because a lot of people have been going through those
Yes,
things.
Mhm.
and still
And-
going through them,
and
and
still
still,
going through it.
loving hard, and still
And-
doing wrong.
But see, a lot of times too depends on the person you're dealing with. You know.
No, it depends on you.
No, it depends. I mean, you
In
could-
what took it towards
I mean,
what?
sometimes, you know, and I've seen this quite a bit, where you're vocal with the person, you're expressing your feelings, but
Right.
it don't make a difference.
Then
yeah,
leave.
they're not receiving it.
It's not. It doesn't make a
Then,
difference.
then leave.
You know what I'm saying? Well, of course, I'm not saying. No, that's definitely the
That's-
choice.
that's
That's
But
definitely the
leaving
choice.
is hard when you're already invested.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's very hard to
No,
leave
no.
on the spot when you invested.
I think depending on what the
When
investment
we're not
have
in
to be.
monster mode, because you sound
Yeah,
like
beast
monster.
mode is
yeah.
it's different.
Yeah, beast mode is different.
It's different.
Beast mode is I reckon everything and leaving it as is.
As
but
is.
when you're trying to move
You can only
forward
try,
and
you can
grow,
only
then-
try
Okay,
with
so
someone for
Let me
so
ask a
long
question because
they're
I
not
hear
willing to try
children
with
have
you.
come up quite a bit, right?
Mhm.
And if you're just listening in, this is Love Jones on Global 99.5. Mike is here, Brother D. We've got Aaron and yours truly. And we're trying to explore the portfolios, so to speak, of girlfriends, boyfriends, husband, wives. Is it outside of a title? Does it come with certain actives, reactives, and all of that? We all know that it's, well, not you. It's very difficult to date
Why?
when
Why
having
God?
children. Yeah, he is the reason he on that side of the table by himself.
Why
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He got it quiet time. No, but what I'm saying is Mike hasn't gotten around to that space. But we're in this dating with children. Long time ago. Your children are dating.
Mike,
Couple
how
more
old are
now.
you?
You are dating the children?
Long
Long time
ago. Yeah, like cave times.
Wait,
That
Mike.
was the last time he was single.
Yeah. I helped Jesus off the cross.
You see that? Child.
Good man. Yes.
Praise him, praise him. But I think it changes well when you have children and you're trying to explore
Definitely.
love and relationships in many ways. In one way, I think, not for you because you done gave me the eye, but I think for a lot of people, when you have children, you feel like you have to give so much more because you
Yeah.
come as a package deal.
And
And for everyone, I mean, it isn't as if the person has said to you, when
Right.
you have children, so you behind the eight ball, or you're damaged. No, but for you, it's like,
oh no, they say you're damaged goods.
but some people will
No,
say
people
that,
will say that.
but then you need to keep,
They'll tell you you're damaged.
you gotta have to keep going. But I think when you have children and you're dating, sometimes it's like, oh Lord, okay, I have 3 children, and I'm still trying to look sexy and trying to be out and about and whatever. And so yeah, and I can't give as much time as a single person when they say, let's just go in the woods. all you gotta do is grab your bikini and you're off and you're gone. When you got children, you gotta make sure they eat. You gotta make sure the channel on
It's a lot of
you know,
sacrificing when
and
you
you
got
guys do this and that.
children.
But you can't just whip. Sometimes you feel a little bit deficient because your
Yes.
time has to be divvied in so many ways. Your finances have to be
Sacrificing
divvied.
everything
Sacrificing.
for yourself.
It's a lot to consider.
I
And
just
not
saw
just
it.
Dear God.
My-
You should feel
I
sorry
feel
for
sorry
her.
for you.
You done
And
give
then
our body
it's-
for 9 months and
Right.
bring the children and then y'all come here
even
and
fathers,
impose your
it's a lot because
It's yes,
when
a
a
lot.
woman is
It's a lot.
single and
Very
she's
much
like, well,
so.
let's go, and you're like, well, anyhow, I gotta carry, you know,
Lunch
DeAndre and
and-
baby D. I gotta go to the recital and this and that, so I can't carry out. And so that means that your time is split so many different
but
ways.
my thing with that, even with the time sharing thing when you have kids, it's I feel as though you can find the time,
Mhm.
regardless of what you have going on with the kids and everything else.
Sleep.
You could
Mhm.
find the time.
My God.
You
Train-
can. I'm not
train in
saying
the
that
morning.
it's not possible,
Uh-huh.
but what
Train in
I'm
the morning.
saying is it's a
Wait,
little more
hey.
difficult than the
Good
average
God.
single
Good
person.
love and
There's always time for that. And children.
What I'm saying is, like, if someone wants to go away for the weekend, they want to go to
That's
the
different.
Island or whatever,
Yeah.
and they
Find
say,
a babysitter.
come, I by the airport, whoop and go. If you were single, you throw a couple things in the duffel and you go, right?
You can't call me
Why
that
is
type of
Why not?
I'm just saying,
You ain't gonna
Mike,
carry my
that's
mother
us.
child.
That adventurous to
No,
do.
I adventurous too, but you ain't carry my mother child just hit willy nilly off the island and knowing the way again, and then I never come back, and then
Well,
you
you
talk
could
about.
tell
Don't be
somebody,
scared.
T.
You could go live on
Yeah.
Facebook. See this woman? See her there?
It's a Debbie
You see her good?
Downer.
You see her good?
Debbie
I want
Downer.
you to look. No,
Brother,
you good?
listen to me.
What's the
I-
worst that can happen except you would be naked with your dreadlocks?
No, that ain't the voice.
Naked.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, a lot of the whimsy and like the off the cuff things that you could do when
Yeah,
you're
you can't.
single
You can't really
and
do.
without children, you can't really do, and it definitely put a little bit of a hitch in
Yeah,
dating,
yeah.
and so that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times when you're with children and you're out in the dating field, you feel like you got to give so much more in order to make up for the time you can't give for the finances that are
Right.
going to be
You
lacking.
need a wingman when
and then you got these
children,
expectations of this person
Right.
because they are your
need a
boyfriend, your
wingman.
girlfriend.
man.
But at
Like
the
my
same token, you expect it is not just me you got to get along with. Now, in order for if we just
Yeah.
spend time, you
Well,
got to get along with
And I
insurance.
think it's more difficult for women. I mean, because
Yes,
when I
it
say
is.
that,
Because
because
the kids
90% of the time,
are-
so
yeah, the kids
you
are with
know,
They're
them.
living
the kids
with
are with them all.
absolutely.
Listen, we birthed these beings.
Yeah.
We sacrificed our bodies to bring them to this
Time
world.
out.
So,
Wait.
No, ain't no time out. This is real.
Wait. That's
For
real
9
too.
months,
Well,
you was
well,
there
but-
on the outside, still got all
Hey.
your hair, no swollen ankles, partying, working,
Yeah,
making,
yeah.
sleeping.
And for about an hour, I was
Everything has
there
been
putting
good.
that child in
Yeah,
the
no.
situation.
all
I was all
good.
kind of awake. I was
You
sweating and
You so right.
cardio.
Yeah,
You so right.
Wait.
That's the expectation when that baby come out. Where you going?
yeah, time.
Where you going? Because you put
I
in
gotta
all
go to
that
work.
work, you gonna let that work
No, you
go to
worked
waste?
already,
Come on,
and
man.
here's your pay.
Yeah,
That's right.
And carry the huggy.
You know what? Give him all the right.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
yeah.
did it.
in order for you to get that ice cream and sardines and ketchup
the
at
things
2,
that you
yeah, at
thirst
3
for.
o'clock in the morning,
But
I gotta
nobody
be
is saying don't work. What we're saying is just how we had to sacrifice.
Mhm.
We need a sacrifice. No, we don't even need it. A sacrifice is needed in order to make it work because having children or dating with children will work, and it can work if 2 people are on accord to know that you can't expect me to be home, superhero stance, bucket naked,
Yes.
after a whole day of
Yes,
working,
bucket
cooking,
naked.
cleaning, changing diapers,
That's
probably breastfeeding,
Yeah.
and
And-
you want
and
me
then
to
I
stand
gotta-
there with the wind
Well,
blowing in my hair,
yes.
talking about, baby, come get me.
Uh-huh.
It ain't
when I
gonna happen all the time.
Hey,
I'm gonna need
hey,
you to blow
hey.
some air me maybe to help the wind,
I-
blow or something.
you-
but
Don't need to go watch.
you will expect it a little bit too much.
Don't need to go watch Wonder Woman.
I get
What?
listen
You
to me.
looking at Wonder
Don't go watch
Woman?
it by itself.
Listen to what I'm saying.
We
all
got
that-
superpowers
But
as
re-
women,
no,
you know.
but realistically,
Okay, so
realistically,
portfolio. Hold on. Let's get back.
Right.
We're gonna go around
Yep.
the table. Let me see if we can get some clarity and some individualism work situation.
Mhm.
Your portfolio, D, in reference to a girlfriend,
Right. Is what?
is what and how does that differ from a wife? And then after we've gone around the table, I'll ask you the same of a boyfriend and a husband. So your portfolio, what sits in the portfolio of a girlfriend and how is it different from a wife?
For me, in the portfolio of a girlfriend is firstly respect. Like everyone know I'm a spiritual person, so there has to be that foundation of spirituality.
Okay.
That's sexy.
Yeah, you better have it.
Religious
You
or
better have it.
spirituality?
Both.
Spirituality,
Yeah.
because a lot of time, like I've dated a woman who was of a different denomination than I was.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated a woman who was a Rasta. My father is a pastor, and
Yeah, Rasta and Pastor.
yeah, and
That's the guy.
yeah, and we have
A
up to
great connection.
today, me and her entire family
Mhm.
still close.
Okay.
So
Respect,
it's right. The spirituality is for me. As long as you can respect mine, and I respect yours. I've dated women who was Seventh-day Adventists and Methodists and completely different religions from what I was.
Well versed.
Yeah, and it's like I could appreciate that as long as we could have good conversations about the Bible and we could respect each other's opinions.
Okay.
So that respect, you don't. If you're not a mother, that's fine. But you have to have good qualities of being a mother.
Right.
You have to be able to respect my kids.
Mhm.
If you call me and say, "Well, babe, so and I say, "Okay, but I come in," and I never call you back 20 minutes later, 10 minutes later, and say, "Hey, look, I had to go dash to pick up the baby because something didn't, whatever." I don't expect it. Oh, well, because the minute you do that, when I hang up, that's gonna be the last call you get from me. You don't gotta worry about that no more.
So respect for the children.
Respect my kids. Respect me. Of course, I want a woman who knows how to cook, clean, and all that other stuff.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
are they the expectations
Yes,
of
they
the
are.
girlfriend?
They are.
The portfolio.
Okay, that's
They
the
are.
portfolio.
These
Those
are the things you were going to need.
Yeah,
Okay.
from your wife.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
That's
For me,
why
it
I
doesn't.
think you said it doesn't change.
Okay,
much,
stop right there.
My-
Karen.
Oh, God.
We Karen.
It's like, no.
All right, for you,
Mhm.
what is the portfolio in your life as a boyfriend, and
Mhm.
does it differ from your husband?
Yes.
How so?
It
What are
definitely
they?
does. And with Dee saying respect, was because a lot of that was just respect. I think that comes on board, period, whether I'm in a relationship with you or not. It comes on board. But for boyfriend wise, to me that's fun stage. That's spontaneity stage. That's let's feel each other out stage. What's the potential? Where we're gonna go? How we're gonna love each other? How we're going to interact with each other? So boyfriend stage, you're gonna have a lot of flex, absolute flex in what we do. And I'm not gonna expect for you to pay my rent. I'm not gonna expect for you to help me in all of my endeavors in life. I mean, by gosh, we just met. We getting to know each other. The only expectation I would have, in all honesty, from a boyfriend level, is to be open. I'm spiritual also, so I love conversations. I love dynamic conversations, intellectual conversations. I love learning something new. So if the interaction between us is very adventurous, very learning, growing, I'm in love.
Mhm.
I'm there. And I do have kids. I do have kids now. So coming from a boyfriend expectation while me having kids, it's like, I don't expect you to take my kids on, but I would love for you to be considerate of that I have kids, that
Correct.
I'm not going to be able to do a lot of the things.
All the time.
And by you showing me that you have taken account of that and you're still interested, that's another plus. Consistency is important when being a boyfriend, because if you're not consistent in the boyfriend level, we can't make it to husband.
Go on. Because because
I just love Dee.
what I was going to say is that for me is the reason why the things between the boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, boyfriend, to me don't differ, because I always said on the show, a relationship is a precursor to a marriage.
Mhm.
So if you can't show me the things that you are able to do when we're married, why would I want to pursue a relationship with you?
But if you as my boyfriend want me to give you all of these things that you also consider your wife to give you, then
Why would I
that
marry you?
means we, in order to get married, we would essentially be living as husband and wife. You would have to be the provider for the house. If you want me to cook, you're gonna have to provide those groceries. Don't expect for me to work and provide groceries and cook for you. You will, all these expectations that you would have from a boyfriend standpoint, because it's the same as a boyfriend, as a husband.
Oy.
You would have to say this to me, that listen,
Wow,
it's all the same to me. Remove all the pressure off of me
Uh-huh.
from still trying to live independent but yet trying to get you or try to be your wife, because you can't really play both at the same time. And this is why I made the statement: when you're in relationships or dating, you're still essentially still single.
You are. Yeah.
Even if you say to this person that we're monogamous, you're still single. And we have to remind ourselves of that even though this person has potential, that potential ain't really there until it's reality.
Yeah,
you know. I do. So now, but as a husband, now if we've come to the point where we're saying, okay, I want to get married, let's get married, whether we have kids together or not. You come with kids, I come with kids, whatever. My expectation is, okay, we are life partners now. Mm-hmm. And in being life partners, we have to decide how we're going to journey together. And so there's going to be some things I don't like to do. And you might say, my wife needs to cook, clean, and all that stuff because I ain't doing it. And I might say, well, boo, I don't mind cooking and cleaning, but I can't do that all the time because all of these other stuff I'm going through. So we could then come to the agreement, well, you ain't like it and I like it. Well, it got to get done. So let's get somebody to do it. Even if it's once a week or so. Wait a minute.
I think we got a caller. Wait, a caller's on the line. Thank you for calling Love Jones. Good morning.
Thank you for
what you saying?
Hey, Pat, what's up?
Everything cool. Everything good. Aaron ain't in the group 8.
No. We're gonna add today because I get in the eye.
Did you play my comment for her regarding that singleness comment?
I will never. I love you to bits and pieces, but I will never play anything that you record live on air until I've listened to that beforehand because I know you're a firecracker. What?
The whole thing with the conversation regarding the portfolio of girlfriend / wife, right?
Right.
Basically, when we were talking about that was yesterday about giving your all and everything in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's more or less the same. The only I guess boundary I would say would be like, all right, if you guys living separately, yeah, of course, I ain't expecting to pay your rent. And I'm not expecting you to pay my rent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Bills like that. If it comes to a point where, you're in a situation and a bind and you need the money, then, and I can assist, then fine. Right. If it comes to a point where let's say I'm at your place for more times than I'm at my place, then a decision has to be made as to, well, seeing that you here most of the time, you're using up all the AC and the light and all that stuff like that, then maybe you should assist with the rent and stuff like that, or with the bills and stuff. Mm-hmm. So but obviously that'll come later on.
Right.
But I mean, really and truly, wife and girlfriend duties basically the same.
Let me ask you a question. And the same will go for you as well as other men. 4318497 is text and WhatsApp, and I'll read some of the comments that have been coming in. Let me ask you this, because I think the whole issue here has come where it's been said you give too much, and that's the reason you never get to the status of being someone's wife. Mm-hmm. Because why would they buy the cow, so to speak, if you get the milk for free? That is something that often goes with it. So from a man's perspective, did he say cow get fleas? Sorry. We'll come back to that. I can't. That's a Friday combo.
I think so.
So the question is this. Is it at all possible? Because we have to figure this out. And I think a lot of women are I had at least 6 women have WhatsApp and said, I don't understand what men want.
I got it.
Men are saying that some women are saying,
what you got?
Don't give too much. If you hold back, what you hold back, he will marry you.
No, I got it.
Just how light bulb.
Yes, Eureka.
So no, that's what they're saying. So if you hold back certain things, and he's saying, if I marry her, if this is the goods that I've gotten thus far, and she has more to offer, if I marry her, now I get this as a completion. Now I have everything that I've ever wanted in a woman and a wife. Hold on. And then others are saying, men are saying, no, you guys give me all in order for me to even want to commit to you as a wife. So which is it?
And but now see, the thing is, every dude is different.
Yes.
Like me and Dervin, we
No, don't mention y'all too.
No, Pat.
Mention y'all. I already told you, you and Dervin's chemistry is being sewn and woven by Rumpelstiltskin in the other room.
Let me make my point.
Okay,
Me
go
and
ahead.
Dervin, yes, we are brothers from another mother,
Mhm.
right? And the thing about it is, yes, me and Dervin think similarly in a lot of things. But Dervin, when it comes to relationship, totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Not totally.
But the thing is like, again, it's communication. Like for me, you could give me all or you could give me none. If I'm interested in you and I see that you're interested in me, I'm gonna do what I have to do. And if I see you as a possible wife, I will say to you, listen, I wouldn't mind having you as my wife. I wouldn't mind waking up to you every morning. I'm gonna say that. I'd say that from the first day I meet you. You see what I'm saying? But then you have other dudes who they just play with women's mind.
No matter what you give, they'll marry you anyhow.
Right? They play games. A lot of these guys, especially in the Bahamas, especially in Nassau, they play a lot of games with these females, and I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it. It's like they sell these games to these women, and then they just come crashing down at the end of the day.
Right.
And so it's like it's up to the men to be honest to these women, because I don't care what no woman say. The majority of women, they want to be married, they want to be loved, they want to be able to say, I am this man's treasure.
I've met some.
They want that. But you have so many men out here breaking up women's minds, breaking up their hearts, breaking up their whole life.
Pat, hold on. See, the thing is, me and my brother was just talking about this morning. Women go through these emotional roller coasters or whatever, and they want to blame men. Let me finish. Calm down.
But we are the blame, Dervin.
Hold on. Time out.
We are the blame. In
Pat,
most cases, we are the blame.
Pat, listen. Listen what I'm saying. If you as a woman, you meet a guy, 2-3 months in, 2-3 months in, you see that this man ain't making no sense.
What is no sense?
Whatever it is. You see this man ain't making no sense. But you choose to stay with him for the next 6 years and have 2 kids with this guy, 2-3 kids with this guy. Then you leave in a bitter, angry state. How can you then go from that guy and meet someone like Pat or myself and then say, hold on, and then say it's my fault? Or Mike. Yeah. And then you say it's our fault that
Dervin.
Yes, Pat.
If you as a man, right? You as a man, you show this woman interest. 3 months is a lot of flipping time, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So
3 months is a lot of time. What you gotta understand is women are emotional creatures. We as men, we think no. We as men, we think logically. We think logically, and it's like in most cases these dudes come in these days, they come in with a game. And so it's like here it is. This woman now, she sees you as, wow, this guy is so nice and everything, and she starts to fall in love. For women to pull away, once a woman, and the thing is, once sex is involved, that's a bind, that's a bond.
But it ain't just that. I just hear D say stuff like that, right? If he ain't making no sense and you stay there, I agree that onus is on you. But the onus on you too.
Yeah,
if you ain't into her and you ain't trying to marry her, then push her.
Hold on. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Who is not of the calling of marriage either, and they stay with them.
But my thing is this, and it goes both ways. If you as a man stay with a woman who ain't wear the ounce puppy in it, then you is at fault. You can't go there and call all women female dogs because you decided to stick with one.
I agree. So we're right back to square one again. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what it seems to me here is this, and that's what it boils down to. All these portfolios and all these needs, wants, expectations, and whatever they may be, it would seem to me, if you are not being the authentic you, if you don't cook and you don't enjoy cooking and you just cooking to land you a man, you're going to be unhappy at the end of the day. If you tossing and turning and swinging from the chandeliers just so you can land a man, you're going to be unhappy at the end of the day. If you're a dude and you don't like children and you're dating a woman with children just so you can get to pretending to like the children, you can be in problem at the end of the day. Either you be the authentic you and give what it is that you have to give and you land who it is that you're meant to be with, or you won't.
fake people.
Listen to
It don't
me.
matter
Candy,
what you
Candy.
give.
At the end, yeah, at the end,
No,
at
I
the
agree
end
with
of
you
the
guys,
day,
and I agree with you guys, but my thing is this: I still don't agree with Pat because I'm not gonna take the blame for what a guy.
He is not taking any blame.
No, I'm not taking the
man.
blame
No,
for what a guy.
that's not what he's saying. What
He's
he's saying,
saying
as men have to take responsibility.
I can only take responsibility
Your
for me.
responsibility, I agreed. But if every
Listen.
man take the responsibility of what belongs to them, you wouldn't have to take responsibility of what
Right.
belongs to me.
Agreed.
Right.
So when you
Right. I
when
think-
you as a woman come to me, don't bring your
Stuff.
from Mike.
But you as
If we
human,
say-
you bringing stuff
Talk
from
Why
your
are you bringing
past.
stuff from Molly
You
and
bringing
Sue?
No, I'm
stuff
not.
from your
Yes, you
past.
are.
She can
Me?
bring stuff
Listen to
from her
me.
past.
Listen to me.
Me?
Even
You're
being
human.
a biblical man, and a spiritual man,
Mhm.
once you've slept and lain
Well,
with
yeah,
someone, you
man.
bring
Yeah.
stuff from
What?
other people. It
I
don't
know.
necessarily have to be the
that
drug.
angle.
I don't care what angle you bring in
No, but
stuff.
see,
You
you
now
can't-
we putting stuff in a
No,
box. The
no,
stuff
no,
is stuff, bro.
See,
Stuff
see,
is
you
stuff.
can't now. See,
I'm
now,
not gonna-
this is
I'm
where
not
Sorry,
gonna
Bob,
come-
we forget you was here.
No,
No,
hold
really.
on, hold on.
I'm not gonna
hold on.
come
Now,
and
see,
claim that
this
she
is
is
where-
an itch because
this is
my
where
past was the
dilemma.
itch.
I'm
No,
just
but you
saying
don't
that.
feel
But
that way.
that's what I get from
See.
Pat is saying.
No, that
Oh,
ain't what
we
he's
have
saying.
This is where
Pat,
my
is that what
dilemma-
you're saying?
Dermot,
Sir,
this is where my dilemma lies with Christians.
mhm.
You said you're not coming from that angle.
No.
You are a man that believes in the Bible. You
Yes,
have
sir.
your spiritual belief, and so therefore that is the angle that you only need to be coming from.
Yeah, what I'm saying, Pat. When I say I'm not coming from angle, what I mean is this: I understand what Candy is saying about spiritual ties and about all the rest of it.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about you bringing that, the spiritual ties. I'm talking about you coming in and claiming that I'm a dog and I ain't where the ounce puppy ish. Hold on.
You
And
have
hold on.
spiritual ties.
And you cheating on me. You cheating on me because the last boy you was with cheated on you. That's what I'm talking about. The spiritual ties I
Oh, well,
can
yeah,
understand
that's
and
messed
deal
up.
with.
That's messed up, but you still have to include the spiritual ties.
Okay,
because
I
the
accept
man
that. And I
is
told
the
I said,
body-
when I said,
the body of the man houses the spirit.
yes,
So therefore, you can't separate the two.
but this is the thing,
So-
Pat.
so-
You can only why I didn't say about the spiritual ties thing. Why I kind of negated that. You can only help someone to better themselves if they want. So if you
Right.
come in with your baggage, and I'm saying to you, okay, but I could explain to me what's going on with you and what happened in your past, and you refuse to,
Yeah, 'cause
I
it's being
can't
vulnerable.
help you.
Some people can't. Some people don't like being vulnerable.
you need to
they're
stay
not
to
gonna
yourself
say,
until you
okay,
get yourself sorted
all right,
out
non-human
before
being,
coming
brother
into
D.
something.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
and,
time.
and
You,
Not all the
and-
time.
you and your
and see, the
non-human
thing is,
aspects.
AD,
And this is
No,
the,
no,
this
son.
is the initial conversation you're having with the person.
No,
Yes.
scary.
Yeah, but
Brother
then
D
you
is
have,
scary.
not just
I
that, you
agree.
have to,
Hold on.
understand. People
I
are more
understand.
likely to be vulnerable with you when
they're
they
comfortable.
trust you and
Yeah.
are comfortable. That
Right.
takes
And that's why I
time.
asked if it's the
But-
initial
but see,
conversation.
That
I
takes time.
understand.
I don't think he meant as your initial.
No.
I
No, but
understand
D
where
coming
he's coming
hard.
from, right?
He always does.
I understand where D is coming from. But see, the thing about it is,
Yeah, y'all got
some
some
men,
listening.
No. I need to
hey,
move.
D,
Go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
Pat.
I understand where you're coming from, right?
Mhm.
But then you have some men who, even though they want those analytics, so to speak,
They ain't getting it.
they would see that this woman is not opening up to them,
Mhm.
and they still go into it.
Well,
And then they cause this woman to more or less fall, and then they still, in some way, they still end up hurting the woman.
Yeah, but initially our intentions are good, because we
Yeah,
tend to be
both of us.
fixers. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yes.
Then initially the intention is
Listen,
good.
man, use your radio voice, not your
Tell him because he has
Initially
Yeah.
There you go.
the intentions are good, but we because we're off, we tend to be fixers.
I tell you, I
Right.
have the answer.
What
Go
is
ahead.
it?
Because, like you said, men are fixers and women are nurturers. We feel like we're giving too much, or we giving our all, and we're playing this role of expected wife and future and be the prize type of way. And it's because all I've been hearing today is men saying, pay for this or pay for that and pay for this, and women saying, well, I cooking and I cleaning and I doing all the stuff. We give differently when it comes to love, relationship,
Absolutely.
expectations. Women come from a place of, I may not be giving you money, but I'm giving from
Of
within
self.
myself. Whereas men come from, I'm working hard to pay that dollar. Like my value for a man, the value is that dollar
And it's
that I
time.
could pay, and I could do this, and I could provide this, and I could fix this,
I
and I
wonder if
could
we
do all of
realize-
that. And we women, we come from, well, I want to nurture. I want to cook that meal. I want to show you how my Grammy teach me how to be a good wife, or how to be a good woman. We come from that space, which is so different, and sometimes we devalue it for each other. I don't value the fact that you're providing all of these things or none of these things. And I see that as
but we're all giving all that we have, but we're just giving it in different ways.
Right.
And the faster we can learn to accept what those things are and value them as they are valued by the other person, then we can get to a good place. Exactly.
But this is why men don't see the difference between boyfriend and I mean, girlfriend and wife, and we women see the difference between boyfriend and husband.
Here's my thing:
we give at a different level when you're boyfriend, but we expect a whole lot more when you're husband, because that's a commitment.
But Aaron, here's the thing, and I was just telling Solid yesterday. I said, listen, I'm a realist, and my thing is, if I'm getting in a relationship, I have expectations. It's because I have to. My situation isn't as Susie on the corner who don't have anything to worry about. I have a lot of players that are on my chessboard.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And the dynamics of my situation is different. And no, I can't. And so therefore, if I bring a man into that situation, I damn sure have baggage. I damn sure have expectations. But in those expectations, I know that I have to give a hell of a lot too for him to want to understand me and be there. That's reality.
And there arises the problem of the fact that us trying to convince him to want.
No, my thing is, this is what it is. Are you in?
You should want.
Are you out? Right. But I'm not going to hide the fact that this is what it is.
Say Pat?
I think I had it.
All right. It is what it is. I can't hide that. And what I'm saying is, if you can't deal with those dynamics, then
if you can't deal, then go.
It's no reason for us
to
hold on, and that's heavy for a boyfriend. Some people can't meet expectations with you. That's husband.
But see, that is exactly what she said just now. Is where the problem comes in. Yeah. Oh, if you can't deal with that, then go. It's not really.
That's what you said too.
No, let me finish. Okay. No, because it's what it is this. If you, I may not be able to deal with it at jump.
If you can't deal, it ain't no jump, it ain't no leap, it ain't no sit in the. If you can't deal, I can't deal.
Listen, man. I want to say y'all call on this road, I may not be. It's the same thing as a woman. As a woman, she may be afraid of a certain type of relationship because it brings restrictions, it brings certain things. But as you go on and you mature, if you want to be better, sometimes it takes
gotta hurt.
Right, and sometimes that process takes someone from the outside, from a different angle, a different aspect, showing you, hey, you can't be afraid of responsibility. You can't be afraid of this. You can't be afraid of things, because if you decide to become a father in the future, you still got to face these things.
But I get one better. In order for you to be better, you got to accept, or to love somebody, or to work on growth. You have to accept.
To be better.
You also have to accept that person's darkness along with your own darkness. You got to identify that my darkness might be his darkness, or his darkness might be different, and I got to love that darkness too, because it's not going to be perfect.
Personal choice.
Agreed.
You have to choose.
But there has to be certain characteristics present from jump, and I will say that
from jump.
You can grow into that, because there are some people that it is. Because there are some women that have no understanding of what it is to be a woman. Real talk. And I can't, if I don't understand what it is to be a woman, how I can understand what it is to fully give to you as a girlfriend, or even what the capabilities of what a wife consists of,
as a mother.
If I don't understand what it is that I need in order to nurture me. And the same go for men. Women have certain expectations of men when they're still finding themselves.
Yes.
Let me
they're
give
still maturing within themselves.
And I love that. I love when you could find a combination of two persons who recognize they're at these spaces that I'm not sure. And I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I want.
But I do know that I like you.
Right. And y'all find that medium to say, well, let's do this together.
That's the reason why I said your comment.
Husband or wife. That could still be boyfriend and girlfriend. Say it. Let's figure this out.
That's why I said your comment about if you're not whatever, then go. I may be exactly that. I may say, look.
I kind of grabbed that from you, G. That was your comment.
Leave it with me then.
Listen, time winding
You
down.
gotta use that. You gotta use the comment responsibly. That's why what it is if yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta if the person may say, hey, I don't know. I honestly don't, and it does scare me to date a woman with kids because I've never done it before. Right. I've never done it before, and it is a bit intimidating, but you know, I want to find out. And I'm open to it.
Mm-hmm.
But coming in, like you say, he can stumble a bit, he can have some little issues because it's like, hey, and if you just say, oh well, you don't make no sense, so leave, then you just fail. You, not him.
No, you both fail.
No.
Yeah.
Because
If he's- if
if you tell him leave, he doesn't have to leave because you say carry your hip. He can say
Sometimes that's a tester.
Nowhere.
Let me be real. Sometimes 'cause I'll tell you that.
I'll stay right here because I got
Oi,
problems.
oi,
We got problems.
oi.
We could do this. I
Oi.
know I believe
Oi.
in us. We could do this.
Oi.
So it's his choice to leave also.
Oi.
Not today.
Oi, listen to me.
D, just say you ain't. You
Hold on,
go.
hold on.
Just
But
say you
say
go.
I agree with D on this one. Women always you can't deal and go. We trying to understand y'all MFers
We're not talking.
and y'all come with that dumb stuff. No, it ain't that.
It's like if
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
see, Aaron, here's the thing. You hear men say stuff like, so the thing though, I can't get it. And you say, well, no. All right, then. Well, like,
Other
other
gals
gals
out
are there
there,
freeing
or
up easy.
I could
And you
pay.
say, well, go get it. And they say, well, fine, then I sure will. And they jump in the skyline.
hey, don't desecrate the skyline now. You
and
can
they
go there.
go.
You can go there.
And they go. But a lot of times men have we just said that we give differently and we have to
Yes.
understand the value of those
And we
things.
communicate
Sometimes
differently.
women don't want you to go and they say, listen, carry your, and what they
That's
want you
called
to
venting.
say is no. Sometimes what they want you to say is, I ain't going nowhere.
As a
And it's
man,
rough and
And
hard,
I ain't getting
but
nowhere.
I can be here. I don't understand it. And you running me so hot, right? Like I want yuck you. And what I can do is I can go buy my apartment, but I'm coming back because I want to be with you. Women sometimes,
Consistent
yes, and then you may
assurity.
say, oh gosh, women are hard to understand, but it is what it is.
But we're both hard to understand. We clearly don't understand men
don't.
either.
No, we don't.
So
Men
we have
only
to
want-
sit here
men
and
only
say
want a
they
couple of
don't
days.
understand us.
Lies.
What's hard to understand about
Venus,
Everything apparently because you
Men
sit
only
here
want
saying to me if I
food,
tell you
something to
carry
sleep
your
and
hip
sex.
because
Put on
we
the yellow glasses
arguing.
for that.
That
What you
we're
say?
arguing and we're having a disagreement. Because I tell you carry your hip, you so upset because you trying to figure it out that you do carry your hip and don't come back and discuss the problem that you don't understand women.
Men only want 3 things.
What?
What's the 3 things? Please help me.
Food, some places sleep and sex, and not necessarily in that order.
And you want to get
If we
all
get-
of that.
If we get sex,
for
we probably
free.
don't even want
You forget
food.
the fourth one.
You want to
What's
get
the
all of
problem?
that without getting
Sex.
married.
Oh yeah, sex again.
Lies?
You want to get all of that without giving nothing.
No, we can give you. I just say we.
What you
having-
gonna give us?
we
You
can have
you gonna
sex,
give
so
us-
I giving you something.
You can give
What's
us the
happening?
dirty plate to wash.
Yeah,
You can give us
I can give you-
the sheets to change.
I can give you the.
You can give us
clean,
the baby to
I-
carry.
I can give you the clean
But
plate
what?
of food when you didn't cook because the food was good, and then we're going to have sex.
This part of the program is brought to you by lies.com, where men matter.
Where men
matter. Yeah. I want you to go on our website, hashtag Fool of Foolishness. Key in. Yeah, because you're full of foolishness. You know what?
You're looking at D like, wait
We
a
out of
minute.
time, and we probably gonna have to carry this conversation over until tomorrow. But
Definitely.
that's foolishness. And see, this is what
Because
I always
foolishness, the fact that I said we're not hard to understand.
We're not.
that,
We're not.
and you only need a couple things. We out of time. But no. Y'all chastise us all the time.
D done dry me all up. I came here and D had me nice and wet. And I was
Aaron,
saying
here's the
this
thing.
is
No.
very-
And now you like the Sahara, right?
No,
I
listen to me.
tried,
I
Hold on.
ain't got
Finish.
no problem getting
Thank
you back
you
there.
very
Wait.
much.
I can get you back there quick.
No, honey,
You want
I
that?
like stale
Mike,
bread. You gotta
did-
make pudding out of me now.
Mike, did you
And
see
it's
it?
still- And the pudding still moist.
Did you see it?
Ain't nothing
On
for you.
point.
The bus went
worry about
right
that.
off the terrain and straight down into the ravine. Here's the thing.
Foolishness.
Well, that's not big crash.
That's what you heard it? Boom. Here's the thing. That's why I ain't got no brows now. He stay crashing in the flames. And here's what y'all always chastise for that very thing. And that's why I can call you on your BS right now. And I love you, Mike, but I can call you on it. And I can call D
Mike,
on
say
it. I no talking about they ain't hard to understand. They only want a couple things. No.
No. I didn't say we only want a couple
No, you just said the fourth
I ain't
thing
giving-
is sex.
I was just.
Yeah, I know.
No, but at the same Mo, but generally, most
think
men
we
will
are.
tell that to you. Only thing men want, we want the sex on time,
I've heard
we
that
want
many
eat on
times.
time, and we want you to give us respect. That's foolishness because men don't just
Okay, let
want.
me rephrase it.
Hold up, cut out. Southern band. Now, what I say before I was so rudely interrupted several times was y'all are so much more complicated than that.
Yes.
Men want,
I agree.
and every man likes to say we're the logical beings. Y'all are emotional, but you guys are emotional as well.
Yeah.
We have to dig deep, like we looking for clams.
Oh,
We gotta dig deep for pearls just to get a little bit of vulnerability. God of
They don't
mercy,
like vulnerability.
Don't run
Don't dare ask them.
Mike.
To be vulnerable.
Mike.
Stop running.
Mike.
I'm waiting for you to give why aren't you not hard to understand men in general? What? Give us some tidbits. All honesty, give us
What
the
do you-
tidbits.
what do
Men are more than meets
I don't
the
want to
eye,
see no more.
and I think that's
Yeah, but
I think that's real
tea.
talk.
Always move.
Drink some more.
You ain't lying.
My vote always move.
I know.
Me.
But Mike, seriously,
Let's be
what-
honest.
What he gave his 4. What are your 3?
What am I 3 what?
Yes. Why?
What are the simplistic things about
easy,
men?
Right. Men are easy to understand. What are some of the things we need to understand about them, and it'll be so clear.
I think when it comes to expectations by women, I
Without
think-
using the word expectation.
No, when I say that, like, when I want to use this word simple creatures,
Uh-huh.
and what I mean by simple creatures is, you're in a relationship with somebody, you guys, we don't read between the lines.
Mhm.
If
You don't
that makes
infer.
sense, right?
Okay.
We don't read between the lines. The conversations that you have,
Mhm.
like when we conversate, you have to use plain language with us.
Plain meaning what?
Plain.
Straight to the point.
Say what you want.
Straight to
I've heard that before.
Say what you want.
Like, okay, I don't like how you come home and don't speak to me. How do you want me to say that to you? Was that clear enough?
That's clear enough.
Okay.
That's clear.
Okay.
We get it.
Yeah,
Now
that's
the
clear.
thing is, when you've already said that, if he continues to do the same thing, I would say it 1 or 2 more times, because even though it's there, because his habit is doing it the way it was
It
before.
has become a habit.
Right. It has to be reiterated to him.
Okay.
But if you said it a few times and he still does the same thing and he ignores what you've said, that means he is not interested in fixing that problem.
Okay. So say things simply. What's the next thing?
Really, sex is a big thing for men.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sex is a big thing for men.
Sex is a big thing for women.
No,
too.
I understand that, but it's the way, and I think if women understand that, that's the way, and I do agree. I do agree. But if women understand that that's the way we show and receive love, I think a lot of relationships will go a lot smoother.
So what happens to the relationships where you're giving your men all of that? You twirling on, you glittering, you doing it all. I
they
mean,
still
you
go- they still
extreme, and
venture
they
elsewhere.
still venture somewhere else. What you're saying to me is we should just expect
No. Then
No, here's where the complication comes in with us understanding each other.
Right.
Even if we go by the list of 3 and 4, and
Right.
I think many women have gone off of that list.
But that's
For
why the
decades
video
to
was
come.
made.
Right.
Because people
Many of
went
us
by
go from
that
that-
list of 3. Eating, sex.
We make sure that even if we can't cook, we'll venture out to find it for you. We'll forage for it and bring it if we know that this is what you like to eat. Yeah, child, if we got to go look, we'll find it and we'll provide it for you. Or we'll find a way to cook it. If we can't find it, Food Network, Cooking Network, Home Star Cooking, to make sure that you don't have to go anywhere else to find it, right? We will try to give you as much sex as often as you need it. We'll watch all the little programs, the little videos. We'll put the spinners on. You like hair, we like hair. You want a pathway to heaven,
But
we'll
yet
bald
you
it.
still go.
We'll put the airline in it. We'll highlight it, and we will guide you with the flashlights at night so you can
Hey,
feel
watch
like
the
you're
movie.
flying as a pilot,
I could see it.
right?
Yes, you
We
visualize it.
massage you,
Yeah.
we bubble bath you, we do
Yeah.
all of those things.
And yet they still go.
And for us, you still leave. And if you don't leave, you
So
still
where's the
venture to
message?
get it somewhere else. So
Where's
in
the clear
women's
message?
minds is, I don't understand. You've
Yeah.
asked, I've given,
Right.
and you've still left. What else am I to do?
Let 'em
So
go.
let me take it back.
Let 'em
And
go,
that's why
right.
the video
Because
said
it's
to her,
not you.
she said to take it. And that's what we're trying
Let
to
it go.
get to.
It's
It
not
doesn't
true.
matter
That's
what you
exactly
do,
what we're
whether
trying
you
to
give
get
or
to.
you don't give. If a
And it
woman
goes
doesn't
both
want
ways.
you,
And it goes both ways.
she won't stay. And if
So-
a man don't want you, she won't stay. It
So-
don't matter
so-
what you do or
so-
don't do. It is their
so-
decision to
Yeah.
make.
So
And
let
we
me
have
ask.
to
Let me.
remove
Hold
the
on. Hold on.
values.
So let me
Yes,
ask you a
I'm sorry.
question.
You are
Let me-
still women. You are
No.
still valuable. You are still full of worth. You're not damaged
So-
goods. If you give
I
all
know.
of this stuff and they still leave, and men, you are still valued and you are still full of worth, even if
She doesn't
you
appreciate
gave
what you
all these
did.
things and she doesn't
Someone
appreciate
will.
it, and you
But
can't.
that's what I was gonna ask.
At the end of the day, to you.
So that's what I was gonna ask. So if you as a woman, you cook, clean, you twirl, you spin, you do whatever, and John doesn't appreciate it, that means when you get with James, you should stop doing the things that you was doing with John.
No,
No.
but I'm going to be very
But
hesitant.
let's be honest.
Because-
And there come.
Yeah, I'm going to be very hesitant in doing that because I've already felt the burn of doing that and not getting it. So it's going to take some consistency for me
Yeah.
in order to get back into that churn and oh yeah, boy, let's do this.
No, but that's where it comes from, and that's what people have to understand. They call it baggage, but at the end of the day, if you put your hand in fire and you've been burned, you're not just going to readily shove your hand in there again unless there is some benefit to that. Your house keys are there, your child is burning. Those are going to be the motivations for you to put your hand back in. But if you don't see anything there, you're not going to push your hand back in the fire. And the same could be said for men. That's why women are hesitant in giving 100 again and again and again, because you keep doing it and there are no benefits as far as you're concerned. The same goes for men. I've been that good guy.
Right.
Yeah,
I've been
but
the
I
good
feel
guy.
men are in a better place to have that type of mindset
start
because
again and
there's so
again.
many women, they stay in the honeymoon stage, I call it. When it comes to that, they meet a girl that they may have given a little bit too much and she wasn't interested and they're hurt and they go to someone else. They meet another woman who's giving again. And then they haven't dealt with the hurt previously. So now they start picking through the little holes that this woman given, saying, oh, I remember that. Oh, I noticed that. Oh, I see that. So then that doesn't work. So they leave again. Find another woman who, it's a cycle
No,
that
definitely, and that's
if
why
he doesn't heal himself, he will create these damage, more children, damage. And then at the end of the day, sit and say, ain't no woman out there, babe. What I supposed to do? You
You've run through.
done receive some and you done give some. So where does it stop? It stops with you. And for women, that's why we're so hit. We tend to, especially if you have kids from all those experiences, you have to be very, very careful because now you're in protective mode. You in mama bear mode, but mama bear needs some love too. So how am I going to fit taking care of these kids and receive love? Because I need that too. Yeah, my kids love me. Yeah, they say focus on your kids and all that. Listen, my kids' love is different from a partner's
Absolutely.
love, a partner's respect. So I'm trying to find the balance. But in finding that balance, if I'm going to keep meeting trash, and I'm recognizing it's trash now because I done meet it a couple of times and I say, okay, Aaron, if it's this, that, and that, run. Don't. I get tired.
So let me ask you something.
I get tired and I get hurt and I say, what I can do, just stay with the kids and get some cats.
And I mean, I hear that, and I totally get that, and I totally understand where you're coming from. You know, being on the show, I've seen where the roles are starting to change.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why women now are taking that attitude
Yes.
men have been taking?
Yes. Because we see we're kind of benefiting more now. Like how you say, if you interested in me, but you're not interested in my kids, there are women who will say, well, I'm fine with that. Handle me. Because in handling me, she can handle her kids how she see fit. But she doesn't realize there's a benefit in this. This is like real reality situations.
No, I understand, and I think that's what's wrong with the world.
And
I think that's what's so broken.
exactly.
That's why relationships now is like you have to go to school now for relationships.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the reason. But see, here's the thing. And I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for it, but we have to speak realness here.
No, we have to.
At the end of the day, men, not all men, many men are complaining about their treatment. But the truth of the matter is it's treatment they've been doling for centuries.
Yeah, and it's backing. It's coming back.
It's just
now.
coming back.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
I get
it's
that.
coming back.
And I think the same can go for women now that women are now taking on the role of what a lot of men have given.
We're
They're
not laying
complaining
down anymore.
but they're also complaining about that. But they are openly taking on the role, and with it comes the same things that
Yeah.
men were dealing with when they had the role. So
So
no
when is it
one's
gonna
winning.
end? That's
And
what I'm
that's the
saying.
key.
When it's gonna end? Like
And
you said,
that's
it's
the
a
key.
cycle.
I think
It's
you know?
it typically ends with
Hopefully
every
with our
individual as they find
Yeah, and we have to instill it in our
something
kids
that
too.
changes. The communication is different for them. Then it becomes different. But until then, it seems to be getting worse and worse.
This is why I sacrifice a lot, because I think about what I as a mother expose my kids to when I'm so interested in finding love. And I just want to be loved, or I want somebody to show me respect. I want somebody to see me beyond feed me today or spend some time with me today. See me 100%. And when I think when I'm in that moment, the next thing that comes to me is, what are my kids seeing? Because I want them to see and experience, because even before words, what they're seeing is being imprinted on them. And they're saying to themselves, this is what I want to look for when I'm in a relationship, or I see mommy happy now, or and so I think about that, because a lot of times people stay in marriages and relationships because of the kids, because we feel like we're giving our kids that two-parent home effect. But you could put more damage in the two-parent home effect than
and I
being
think-
single.
I think that's even more prevalent now.
Yeah.
Today.
And I am not at a point where I'm willing to sacrifice. I just want to be loved, and my kids are being damaged because I'm not being loved in a way that I want or I need or is a benefit of me.
Yes,
I think-
student.
I think I think a lot of times what happens is a lot of children are brought up to say, okay, when you get married, you have to stick with the husband or the
sold
wife.
a dream.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you stay there and you're miserable, but you fail to understand. And I tell people,
Especially if you're in a religious home.
yeah, I
Boy,
tell
you better
people,
take them
I say,
lips, go
buddy,
divorce.
guess what? Your children can sense the tension in the house. They can sense
do.
they can
No matter
sense
how
that
much you buy them.
uneasiness. They can sense that.
Yeah.
And so, and as they get older, they see it more and more and more, and they start to ask questions that you aren't prepared to answer.
Not just
So-
that. They go on and they feel like that's normal.
That's
and
right.
Because they find it comfortable. So when they see someone doing the same thing, they be like, "Oh, this is familiar."
They gravitate
I like
to
this.
those
Yeah,
things.
this is love.
And then so I tell them, I say, buddy, if you have to, in all honesty, if you have to separate, if you
It's
have to be
best.
in one house and she has to be in another house, if you're happy and she's happy, eventually at first the kids are going to be a bit disrupted by it and uncomfortable with it, because
Naturally.
we're used to being in one house and being
Right.
able to annoy both of our parents at the same time.
Yes.
But if I have to go in this house to annoy mommy and go over there to annoy daddy, I can deal with that too, because when I have my moments of happiness with that parent,
Mhm.
it's going to be something that I will always remember, that I will
Yes.
be able to enjoy.
Yes.
And a lot of times parents think they're doing their kids good by staying in a dysfunctional,
No.
unhappy,
Co-parenting is important.
very, very, very
Co-parenting, whether you living with that person or
Or
not,
not.
co-parenting.
And sometimes it's better
Oh,
to
D,
be-
we back. I'm back wet, boy. I'm wet.
and sometimes it's better, in all honesty, sometimes it's better not to be in the house.
No, very
like when she knows, Mike knows, you just came, so you don't really know. When I went through what I went through, my oldest son's mom, I tell people that was the most difficult period in my life,
But you needed it.
because I loved her dearly.
Mhm.
I loved my son. I loved her family, and to this day, I'm talking, still have the utmost respect for them.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't function. And I tried for
And that's real.
I tried for like 2 years plus. And eventually I was like, you know what, this ain't working. And I left. I broke up.
Mhm.
Went back home and sat in my room for almost 2 months and cried because it hurt.
Yeah.
I couldn't get up and see my baby at 2:00 in the morning. When I come home from work at 12 o'clock, I couldn't just go in the crib and pick him up.
No.
Like I couldn't do it. And it killed me. But my thing was, you know what? It's better for me to be distant and have that time with him than to be in that house and him be there but not.
But hold on. So you couldn't do it because you now live apart.
No, I couldn't do it when we were living together
Mm.
properly.
Mhm.
But to have that option to get up at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, and take him out of the room
The
and
availability.
feed him, right? That availability, that I couldn't do that. Like there were times when, and I told Candy about it, there were times when I was a police officer and I would come home at 12 midnight. And because I knew his mother was dealing with him all day, I would go take off my uniform, take a quick shower, take him out the room and give him a bottle of milk
That's beautiful.
and sit in the front room with him and watch TV or just relax and
You
fall
do
asleep.
realize that's not the norm, right?
Yeah, that's the norm.
No, that's not the norm. That's beautiful that he said that, because I've met men, of the belief that once a child is born, it is solely for the mother's time.
Wait, what?
No, I'm telling you
You
what
want me
I have been told
I believe
That's what
verbatim.
it is.
No.
I've been told verbatim. This is the time that you 2017. I heard it in 2016, 15, 14. Okay.
They was born in,
We was big.
This is what is out there. This is what I'm trying to say to you, and this is why the conversation.
boy.
I am so glad to be here, because the conversation needs to be
Aaron?
how to teach these men and women how to communicate and see from these different angles. I was told that when you give birth, that is that time for you
Who-
and that baby.
Who in the baby?
The
my baby?
father said this. And that blew my mind. I was like, well, where is that thinking?
I didn't carry my kids for 9 months.
But then it went from now we're out of the stages of newborn, because I exclusively breastfed. You're out of the stages of newborn, and now we're a toddler. Now the grandparents should take that on. Why I need to do that?
Boy.
This is the mindset.
Me.
No.
My children.
This is what we're
like
dealing
a
with, and
kangaroo.
this is why I'm
Aaron,
saying it
listen
to
to me.
you. For me to say to you, that's beautiful. I need you to embrace that, because that is truly
Aaron, listen to me.
beautiful. A lot of women are not getting that.
My
They're working.
friends.
They're taking all of this stuff because the man is working and providing. But when they come home, that's where it stops. They're still by themselves.
I
See,
work
but
in a
here's the
providing-
problem that I'm having with that. See, all of these conversations that we're having interim, the reason why many people are settling for situations
Yeah.
and necessarily relationships, they're in situations that are less than, is because they've been in relationships prior
Yeah.
where
Dysfunctional.
exactly, not just that, where the boyfriend or the man or the father of the child had not done his due diligence.
Right.
He was not doing what he's supposed to. So therefore, if a semblance of a man comes along
Mm-hmm.
and there's interest, he's picking up child, he's doing this and he's doing that. No matter what else is lacking elsewise, she can stay there, because even though he ain't good, he's so much better than what I had before.
Right. We start comparing and saying, what can I live with and what can
What can I
live
not?
without? And that
Same
was
thing for
something-
men.
That was something a older woman said to me about marriage. With marriage, you have to sit there and you have to decide what you can live with and what you ain't gonna live with. If you can't live with it, then you gotta leave. But if you could live with it, no matter how bad it is, and stay, make it work, bring up the churn, and hopefully in retirement, if you don't like each other, you can still leave. You know, it was all about just making up your mind to stay, whether you're happy or not. And I cannot do that. I personally can't take that on. I'm sorry. If I'm not happy, I don't care if it's 6 months in. I don't care if
Can I just kill you with
I
that,
don't care if it's 5 children.
Yeah, no, the Fraggle Rock, no, yeah, the bubble head, no, I can't deal.
Yeah.
Because I've been there. And it just and not only that, men do the same thing when they've been with women that have brutally taken advantage of who they are as men.
And sometimes it stems from their mother.
And,
Their mother's
well,
been
that's a
taking advantage
whole
of them,
other
so
something.
They're comfortable with women taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
They're
And who
comfortable.
use love as a weapon. I'm your mother. You're supposed to love me and regardless. And they go into that and they meet women time and time again
It's
that
familiar.
say,
They attract
regardless of how I abuse you and how I use you and how I take advantage, that's what love is. You're supposed to keep giving that regardless. No. And that's why I get what Pat is saying about give and give open-heartedly, but at the same token, you can't be no fool.
No.
Your love is something to be valued and something to be
Yes.
treasured, if not by you, obviously by whom it is you choose to give to. And yes, you have to give of yourself openly, but you still can't be no fool with that. You
No.
can't give
And
that
you
to
are
any
not
and
a
every.
fool because
No.
you're giving all of that. You're not a fool. You're
And
not
that's- and-
stupid.
and-
You're
and-
not naive.
And that's what
You're living life.
But
That's
more
my-
selective with whom it is
Yes.
that you
It will get
give it to.
selective as
As
you
you
go.
go,
As
absolutely.
you get burned, it'll get selective.
Mhm.
As
and
you
that's
go.
my point. Like when I asked before I left, should you change who you are? Because a lot of people, because they've been burned, because they've been hurt, because they've been taken
They-
advantage of,
they
whatever,
rewire-
You
wired.
change
The-
regardless. It's
No, I'm not talking
I know
I'm
what
talking
you
about that
mean.
type of change. I mean, in terms of the things that you do for the mate, should you change those things?
I don't think you
And
can if that's who you are.
Gonna
You
be-
can't even help it.
You're gonna
Yes,
be, no,
that's very
like you
true.
say, you're gonna be
can if that's
hesitant.
who you
Yeah.
are.
And the reality of it is, anytime you go into a relationship, whether you've been burned or not, you should be hesitant. You should safeguard yourself. But once you see that the person is genuinely interested and is open and is trying,
Yeah, but people is fake for a long time, you know.
you
Agreed.
keep looking at and you do that, what you're doing, and I'm not,
I'm saying that because that's the reality. I'm not.
Yeah, I
and
know.
I'm kind of
But
stirring the point to keep it going.
everyone-
Right.
You
But-
can't keep looking at, and I guess that's where my downfall is. I don't go in looking at only the negative. Like I can't say, oh well, woman is this and woman slick and woman. I can't.
They
do
are.
that. I agree that they are, but
But then
I
that
do
can't.
it.
And that's a choice that you choose not to do.
No,
Yeah.
it's a choice that it's a choice I choose.
Right.
But I do that because it makes it a little bit easier for me to deal with. Even if I've been hurt, I've had, and she knows, I have exes.
You almost touched my nose.
Don't worry about it. I have exes who that come to me for relationship advice.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause you're a good
for real.
person.
But see, it goes back to, and here's the analogy that I always use. And people laugh when I say it, but we've talked about that before. You're a gentleman, a chivalrous man. You go on a date and you happen to take out a junglist. Go figure.
Maria.
Yes. You take her out
Gotcha.
and she's to a man opening doors, pulling out chairs.
Oh, this sound like Pretty Woman. Eh?
She's not accustomed. So now do you say, as a chivalrous man or a gentleman, since you're not used to it or accustomed to
I
it,
ain't do it.
I ain't gonna do it. I just can sit up in my chair. I ain't gonna open my door. I just can sit up in the driver's seat. And when you get around to opening the door, you do that. Or do you adhere to what is
The essence of you.
instinctively
Yeah.
essence of who you are? You cannot allow other people to shift nor change what fundamentally is you.
No. And
You
they
will
can't.
be
They
slower
honestly-
to do the things, like you
Right.
said, that's the word, hesitant. You'll be slower to do
Mhm.
them,
When
but you
that
can
get
do them
going.
anyway because you can't help that in you. It's like people that are rooted religiously or spiritually. You could fall off the wagon as many times as you will, but Lord, you can remember and you will hear scripture, and whether you go to or not, it falls out of your mouth because rooted in you as a child, that there. So no matter where you go, it is your foundation and it is within you.
And this is why inner work has to be done when you're being hurt.
To stay
Because
grounded.
If I'm a drug addict and I decide to go into rehab, you know how easy when I come out of this for me to find another drug addict.
Right.
I will
That's
identify that person as a drug addict before they even open their mouth
Of course.
because I'm just so familiar to it.
Mhm.
So now I'm hurt. If I meet you and I start to see little red flags or little thing, I can get little, unless that's what I want. I might be looking for that again.
Yes.
But if I'm truly and honestly trying to do
Change
better and
and-
change, I'm going to start to cringe a little bit and say, okay, I need
But then
to.
you should be able to
I
walk
need
away.
to. No, but I might not need to walk away. I need to acknowledge that I see these
Unless you're
things,
strong enough
and
to
now
deal with
I
both
need to
of your
deal.
demons.
That's where the inner work, because the essential part of me is this is who I am, and I have to identify and say, to work or am I willing to walk?
Is that partnership though? Dealing
What?
with someone else's demons?
I think
Boy.
it is. In all honesty, based on, because see, I never thought about it, but when she said, about you accepting your darkness as well as the darkness of the other
Mhm.
person, everyone comes with light and dark.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
And they're
you
both
have
beautiful.
to, right. So you have to know how dark is your darkness, and be able to sense and see, okay, well, how dark is theirs? And are they trying to shift that?
I agree, but I
want
asked
to
that for a
see your
reason.
dark first before I
Mike,
see
do you
your light.
remember that? What was the statement that
I haven't
Alexa
seen that
said
first,
when
but
she
the demons I
said,
have living in me,
someone can
if I
only
dark, I will
meet
figure it
you,
out.
no matter what it is that you do,
I
no
know.
matter what it is
What?
that you give, someone can only meet you to the depth of the place that they are willing to be or go with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that on for a minute.
Hey.
Most people get into relationships and they want you to see them go into the inner depths of them, understand what their healing, what their hurt, that their demons, that their darkness, that their light is. How can someone do that when they are afraid to pop the lid on their own?
Correct.
How?
Hmm.
And that's the point. Some of them pretend as though they're even in there.
Boom.
They barely know their light to talk about
You see
accepting
in the darkness,
darkness.
but they won't accept
Right,
it.
because they don't. You talk about being ourselves in relationships.
Yeah.
No.
Some of us
Representatives.
some of us
Yeah.
don't know who we
We're
are.
walking around with just fakes. We're just fakes.
Like, let me just pull off my lashes right now and pull off my hair. Let me just show you all of me. Take my leg off. Are
Yeah,
you
man.
like me now?
Yeah, man. What? You
We're
only
not
got
ready
one
to
leg,
do
that's
that most of the
Right.
time because it's vulnerable and we consider it as a weakness.
No.
But I feel that's such a strength.
But some people do that.
Yes, and when
Right.
they do
I'll
that,
take off the
people is
ponytail.
run.
Since I've been doing this show, my ponytail fall off.
Yeah, I
Just 2 weeks
remember.
ago.
I remember.
Yeah, it came off. I didn't have it pinned in. It was a rough day. That's the children now. They didn't
I
need
know,
the cornflakes and
I
thing.
know.
And
You
I
don't
didn't
wanna see the
secure
ones
it.
underneath this.
I didn't secure,
Sure.
and so I had whipped it back, and it just, yeah,
It's so cute though.
it's all right. The show had to go on.
Yes. I mean, it paused for a minute.
It's stopping for him because he's like,
I know. You're like, what?
he said, "Is that enough
I
where
wasn't-
that
I
used
wasn't-
to be?"
I wasn't-
But you
yeah,
heard the
but I heard
tales.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pony,
felt the
yeah, the
vaccine.
Canterbury tales. Yeah. And then Solid being the producer, he just
went-
kind of shifted the camera a
I
little
thought
bit.
we had like
Yeah,
like
something was going on.
we
You
need
thought
to
we
call
had
them
a pet.
pests.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. A lot of times we're willing to do that.
Yeah.
We're willing
But
to
people-
take off the jewelry. We're
But
willing
when
to take
people
off the
run
brows.
When you do that, then you're hesitant to do that
Again.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we're always more readily available to strip off the things that are essentially to the outside. It's the inner. That's the problem.
Yeah. We hide
It's
it.
no problem with letting people
It's
see a
so
little.
easy to talk about. We don't know how
No,
to
it's
be.
this
Yeah,
We've
but
been
Mike, even you,
existing-
when you saw me
we've
with my hair loose and no eyebrows, it was hard.
That was just because the camera was on me, right?
No, I mean that day by my house when you was like, "Oh, this okay,
What's your mom?
that's Saturday." when
She's
you-
like,
bring back
she
memories.
talking
Don't
about that
bring
Saturday,
back
but
the
she came on. He was like, no, I come to Candy.
Yeah,
Like
he
this-
said so.
Right.
You, I wonder if you know how you look.
I said that.
Yeah, but because you was a friend, I took that.
I said that.
Mike, you sure?
Mike said, "You wonder, you know how you?" Because I was like, "Oh my goodness, I come out like this." He's like, "I was wondering if you didn't know how you look," but he accepted it.
He accepted
He
it.
took it on,
Yes.
and he said, "This
He
is
did
it,
not
but
run.
this is a part of who you are, and I
Yes.
take that on
Anyway,
as a
but
friend."
since I remember that, right? But what I trying to say is, we spend so much time like not being ourselves that we need help trying to figure out who we are. I mean, trying to, there's to go into that work by ourselves. You know how hard that is?
It is.
It is.
It's-
And when
it's-
somebody identified for you, because
That's the problem.
I've heard persons say to me, like, you love me unconditionally, like you know all my flaws, and that scares me. I ain't ready for that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm not ready for that because I'm not ready to accept the things. And I struggled
He
with that
literally scratched
for
his
the
head.
longest because I felt like it was a slap in my face. I'm saying to you, I see you at your most vulnerable and I still respect you. I still want to be there for you. I still want to support you. And you're saying,
but
"Bye,
the
Felicia."
problem is the problem is if I've been hiding from myself for a number of years,
Yeah.
I don't want you to come along and then be
Right.
able to see all this
And
nitty
that's
gritty me.
where I'm
Respect
at now.
that, but I've been hiding from.
Yeah.
I can't
But I
have
have yet
that.
to-
I have yet to
to-
accept that. And I don't respect it for me because I don't see it. And here you come along, you shine
Digging it up.
you digging it up,
Digging it up
you
and
causing
want
me
me
to
to
face
work through
uncomfortable things.
No, you digging up and you comfortable with it.
Yes.
You love it.
You
And you trying to show
you
me-
trying to show me that you too can love it. And I
No.
ain't ready for that phase yet. And so therefore, although I love what it is you're giving, I ain't ready for that. So I
And
dismiss
that
you.
hurt. That hurt to hear that coming from them. And I'm sure it hurt for them to even say that.
Yeah.
And I had to respect it for what it was, and I had to deal with my inner issues of hearing that.
Yeah, but who are
Because
we?
isn't that the goal, that you want to show somebody that?
And they take it and they don't run.
Sold that dream that is how you show love, and if that person can't accept it, then there's something wrong with them. No,
No, it's not.
It's
Something's
nothing
wrong with them,
wrong with
actually.
them. And the fact that they were able to take that step of acknowledgement, and now you're acknowledging that these things exist, that's a beautiful thing. And I don't take anything from that other than positive.
But that takes a lot for people to
That
even
takes
come
a
to that
lot.
moment of understanding.
It
We
hurts, and it's not rejection.
as the human being, that's what you can take it as at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Anyone walks away from you giving unconditional love and accepting them for who they are, you can take that as rejection.
Yeah.
You can't see that
That
as
made me to- after getting
you
over
come to-
myself.
You at a different pace. 'Cause
After getting over my own hurt feelings,
then you were able to.
Right.
It takes time.
made me to realize that, wow.
But who are we?
I get it.
With every relationship, let's be real, as we sit at this table,
We've all been different people depending on different relationships that we get into.
We are creatures of evolution. That's
Not
what we
just
are.
that, we're chameleons. It's what we do.
Yeah.
It's what we do. It's not to say that you're changing your inner core, but everything is a bit different. You act a little different. You smile a little larger, a little bit smaller. You do things differently in accordance to whom it is that you're paired with. That's
Yeah.
real talk. That's real talk.
Very true.
Whoever's just around you, because
Your environment.
yeah,
You adapt to your environment.
I've had who people are literally petrified of,
Mhm.
like petrified of. Like 10 minutes and they smiling and they laughing. They're like, bro, like, man. And literally, they come off my bus, they mark the bus, and they will stand there and wait just to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, and I ask, and then I get, of
Perception
course,
is reality for a lot of us,
of course, I get into personal conversations like, and then
What the
they
deal?
get into their history and
Yeah.
whatever their life was, and I'm like, like,
Yeah.
okay, I understand what you. And then I go into the biblical stuff and the moral stuff, and I'm like, bro, what's going on?
I'd say,
I really
listen,
turn their gas when you start
Yeah.
talking
I
with
don't
those
know.
I had a guy sit on my bus.
I don't
and
know
we
about
were having a conversation about relationships,
what Pat just said.
and he was talking about how women aren't this and women aren't that, and I started to talk to him. I'm like, you have to understand 90% of what you attract
Mhm.
comes from you.
Yeah.
And I sat and I talked to this young man, and I know where he usually gets off.
Mm-hmm.
Because he catch my bus before, and I know where he gets off. So I stop at the bus stop. He's like, no, I can get off a little further down. I said, all right. And we were talking. As I was talking to him, I'm looking at him. I told Candy this before. I'm looking at him in the mirror, and I could literally see the gears turning,
Yeah, the wheels turning.
glass in his eye, like do it to the point where he wanted to cry. Like he got real quiet,
Yeah.
and he just sat back and he just thinking. And he literally almost passed the second bus stop. I'm like, bro, you have to go to work, right? Like, he's like, oh, sorry, but I'm not driving. Yeah. He's like, man, I can talk to you again. I need to talk to you again. And I just saw him last night.
What number bus you on?
21.
You make me want to catch bus again.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna seeing that the summer is coming. We're all gonna go on the bus. We're gonna do a Love Jones bus edition. We're gonna do that. I'm planning on us doing it next month.
I used to catch 21.
We're gonna get the bus.
Mine up to beach on the bus.
All right, it's almost time. We had an extended edition today,
That's
and I
fine.
think it was definitely needed.
Yes, I hope we helped.
That I will say before we wrap today, and to be quite honest, that's why I went quiet for a second, and I love when that happens to me when we're having the show and I have a light bulb moment. Unfortunately, wow, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. A lot of times, it isn't that the person that you're with. Mike, this makes me so sick. The thing that, and I just now got it, a lot of times, estimate whom it is that we're with, and we almost beg them to walk away. We almost force them to succumb to weakness. It's because we feel as if we're too much.
Or not enough.
And before you go on your own, I'll push you out the door first. It's
Yeah.
easier that way. It's less hurtful. I remember asking that question, do you love me enough to be here through all the stuff that I'm giving? Because it has gotten worse. It may get heavier and it may get worse.
And you deserve more.
The sickness may prevail. The children are a lot. The finances are a little.
The dynamic of the
dynamic
divorce.
has changed. Yes, divorce, separation, and everyday life. This person cut me off at the corner. All these things that happen in life and your extenuating circumstances. You ask the question, do you love me enough? And if for a moment you think it's no, you push them out the door before they have a chance to leave. You push them out because it's easier for me to say that I pushed you out than you took it upon yourself to leave because it got too much.
Or I let you leave. Like when you left, I didn't try to.
I didn't stop you because I felt as if I was giving you, I was giving too much heavy stuff to you anyway. So I give you a ticket to leave.
When you
We've been guilty of it.
when you believe they may say no, you push them out before they say yes.
Because you're afraid of what the answer is yourself. You haven't even given them an option to step up to the plate because you push them off before they have a chance because it's scary right here.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
And I admit that. And how many of us have done that today?
I ain't do that.
Get your monkey straight
Dry,
behind your lying self.
dry.
We've all done it. And so that's the thing that I will
Wait, Mike, you
impress
ain't-
upon us today.
Mike extra silent. Wait.
No, I've done it. I'm just
We're all
just
guilty
check
of
it.
it.
yeah, man. I'm
Check
guilty of it too.
And I'd just say that today there are women, you're in relationships right now and you keep running on about how no man stays, but admittedly so. Is it that he isn't staying, or is it that you've been pushing him away
Yeah.
because you feel as if you're
Your
too
own
much
precipice.
or you're not enough? And so before he has a chance to even show you what he's made of,
Mhm.
you get rid of him and then you join the bandwagon that no men
Yeah.
ever stick around. Is it that they don't stick around or you don't give them a chance to?
Or men.
Same
men
thing
who
for
have
men.
These women who see them and
And everything on.
everything on, and they just
And it's like,
run
oh,
them.
I'm more comfortable in the role where you just ask me for $50 to
You know
get
what
your
I
hair and
say?
thing do.
I say you're more comfortable in the shade. Come in the light with me.
Yeah,
Can you come in
no,
the light
shade
with
is
me?
comfy
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
like,
cooler.
No,
Light- the light
in
hot.
the sun.
No, because
Yeah.
see, some men will complain
Yeah.
about that, about women always wanting, but to be honest, some of them are quite comfortable with that because it's better than that woman that doesn't want his money,
Yes,
but
want
requires his time and requires him for
Yes.
him. I want to see in you. I want you, all these little things with these other little points and take. I don't want that.
Thoughts.
I want you open up to me and I want you
Yeah,
share what has
right.
happened to you as a child. I want you to reveal your hurts to me
Yeah.
as a man. What happened to you as a little boy? I want you to pour on to me
And
how
as we
other
talking,
women have hurt
He
you.
gets smaller and smaller.
Yes.
Yes. And he's like, he said, you want what? What does this I got here? What you want?
Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My socks.
Yeah.
Like that over here.
As we talking, like,
You want too much.
No, very true.
You want too much. I need to deal with a woman who just will require of me
Superficial.
to give me the couple dollars to
Come-
go get the Remy put in because you want too,
You want too much.
I posted this thing up where I said the problem with a lot of people say that they want,
Yeah.
but the reality of it is most people don't want change because change requires
Hmm? Too much.
You asking for the change, you got to change too.
Yeah,
yeah.
but see, I don't want that. I want
Change-
you to change, but I don't see
change-
no problem with me. I
see, the
need
thing
to
is,
stay
change-
as I am.
Change requires commitment,
Yeah.
whereas for you
Action.
to stay the same, that just placing.
Yeah.
And you can't expect more. A lot of people say they expect more, but they're willing to accept less. They want to be complacent. They don't want to be moving forward. Because when you say, okay, but yeah, I want to be better, I want to be a this, that, and next. And like you say, like Candy said, I start to point out, okay, but you need to stop doing this. This makes you look a certain way. This action shows a certain thing. You're like, yeah, but that's been me for so long.
Yeah.
That-
Boy, next
if
Wednesday
you-
gonna be something, boy.
If you
Take me as
Let's
take
go,
me as
Dee.
I
Thanks
am.
for taking us out, Dee.
No,
I
but
love
that's
this.
what we say. We
No.
say take me as I am, but
you look,
You-
if you
you know
accept
it.
me,
Yes, but you know it in yourself that you don't accept yourself. So why are you saying that? Why are you going around with that banner talking about
and
take
then when
me
I
as I am?
ask you, when I say to you, hey, well, to make the relationship better, how about you do this? Because I'm willing to do this. How about you do this with me?
Mhm.
Oh no, I ain't into that because you want too much. I
Make up your mind.
But
I
we-
want too much.
We surely made lunch hour really, really good today. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot,
That was a lot.
but I think it was necessary.
No, absolutely.
It was necessary.
And I'm not afraid to say I'm guilty.
Yeah.
And
As
we need
am
more
I.
persons.
but
who are
like Candy said, we're all guilty. People,
Yeah.
even people who don't think that they're guilty.
You are.
When you sit down and do the introspection, like Mother Freeze, I have to say hi with my Liberian girl. What's going on, Slim? baby? Yeah, even with her. Remember when she wrote in, she said that when she sat with her husband, she had to sit with him. Then look, I realized that I was at fault for a lot of our problems.
The things that I blamed you for when
But-
I took
right.
a minute to go inside myself, and I have to own that.
I realized it was me.
And she says, ever since that,
Things
and
have
they've come
gotten
together.
better.
Their marriage has been so much better.
It's beautiful.
And
So
it's
much better.
it takes people like that who are willing to say, okay, well, I'm seeing what she's doing, but have I done anything to cause that
That behavior.
effect?
Yeah.
And you sit down and you start to dissect yourself, like, okay, maybe, and then you're like, oh wow, okay, and you start to write it down, like, okay, I did this,
Okay.
I did that, and then you tell them, look, these are the faults, and I'm sorry.
You gotta go.
I'm sorry for what I did to you that caused this debacle.
All right.
That's big.
It is.
Don't worry,
And
you ain't gotta miss me. I coming back.
Yes. And on that note, we've given as much extension as we can,
Yes.
but that's going to do it for us. And I think that we've covered a lot of ground. There's been a lot of thought-provoking conversation. And if you didn't get anything out of today, it's because you didn't want nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't want anything. But that does it for us. It's been a fantastic wow kind of Wednesday on Love
Yeah.
Jones.
Wow.
And I thank Magic Mike, looking so dapper in your little sweater, as well as Brother D, of course, the fabulous goddess, and
Thank
Pixie
you.
and Heart, Miss Erin, and yours truly. You can continue.
Solid, babe.
I was getting ready.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
solid, love you because you're decent. Yes, and we're gone, but we're gonna add Erin to the chatter. We're gonna continue, and you can be a part of this conversation. Watch the video later, and watch it with someone you love, and see if you guys can change a little thing, so you guys don't
Yeah.
have to be Jonesing for love anymore.
Do the work.
We're gone. Do your work.
Wiggling.
You've been listening to Love Jones. Catch it weekdays at 11 a.m. on The Candy Shop. See you next time.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily